been training?
Been training for a while, probably about since September. So it's been a good, solid, productive camp. Definitely got 6 to 7 weeks, so I feel sharp, I feel strong, everything's peaking at the right time, and just ready to go in there and have a good time.
So you're with Top Rank, right? How hard is it right now for them and their stable to with fights, because you guys are fighting with all different promoters?
I'm not too sure about that topic. You know, me being just a fighter, my main focus is just when I'm gonna get back to the ring next. But you know, as far as that whole situation goes, you know, we're just waiting to see what they come up with. You know, at the end of the day, they're a legendary promotion, Top Rank. So I'm sure they're lining up something right now, and you know, definitely by the end of the year, we should have something.
Have you heard anything about them getting a network?
No, I haven't. You know, just keeping my head down in the gym, staying locked in, focusing on perfecting my craft. And when they do have that date, when they decide to put me on, you know, I'm gonna turn up and do my thing.
So, how much do you know about your opponent?
What's that?
How much do you know about your opponent?
He's a good, solid guy. From a couple fights that I've watched, he's already fought a couple southpaws, so you know, he definitely has experience with southpaws. But at the same time, you know, I have a lot of footage to go over, and at the end of the day, I'm not the southpaws that he fought, so I bring something totally different to the table, and I feel like my skill set is going to give me the win.
And like you said, you're a southpaw. A lot of fighters have a hard time fighting southpaws. You know, there's a lot of different reasons why that is, but you know, like maybe like why do you think that, you know, like so many orthodox fighters have that? And is it very noticeable to you when a guy is not southpaw?
Yeah, definitely. But you know, as long as you prepare right in camp, I feel like you can be ready for any fight. But at the end of the day, all I think it comes down to is just the rarity. You know, like you said, there's not a lot of southpaws. Even now, you're seeing a lot of people starting switching, which is good, bringing more southpaws to the game. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm blessed to be a southpaw. You know, I use my advantages to help me get that advantage, the edge in the fight, and yeah.
So we got 2026 coming up. What do you want to accomplish after this? I know you don't want to look too past it, but I gotta ask you.
No, definitely don't want to look past my opponent. You know, all respect to him for getting in the ring with me. You know, at the end of the day, he's coming to win too, so I got to devote all my focus to him. But at the same time, you know, me as a fighter, as a competitor, as someone who wants to be a champion and achieve my lifelong dream, you know, I definitely want to see my hands on a title, you know, by the end of next year. I'm 16-0 now, 11 knockouts. You know, the past few fights I've been stepping up in competition a lot, and I believe that people are starting to see, you know, that the type of fighter that I am, and you know, I just hopefully, you know, within the next few fights, I deserve to get my shot.
How important would it? How much would it mean to get a stoppage? Just because
you know, you don't want to go in there
and show
anything. You know, he's only been knocked out, I think, once by Ramirez. So for me to get the knockout would be great. But at the same time, we're not looking for it. We're not chasing it. You know, I'm just gonna go in there and do my thing. If the knockout comes, you know, it comes.
That's all I got.
Ken with FightHype, how's it going?
Good, good.
So, you sparred with like Haney, Gervonta, Shakur. Two-part question. How do you feel like that prepares you for your fights? And with Shakur and Teofimo coming up, what kind of prediction can you give us?
Confidence. I feel like that's the biggest thing that I've taken away from sparring these guys. You know, they've also taught me lessons as well. You know, I'm not gonna rush past that. You know, they helped me become a better fighter. Being in the ring with them, I'm seeing the mistakes that I make, and when they capitalize and things that I have to do in order to step up to that next competition. But you know, also I'm in there hanging, and not just hanging, but doing well. You know, I'm not just in there, you know, surviving, getting beat down on me. So at the end of the day, that's a big confidence boost for me. You know, knowing I can be in there with those guys and not only hold my own, but sometimes, you know, give them great work as well. So definitely that confidence is the biggest thing I've gained from being in the ring with those guys.
And predictor on the Shakur Teofimo?
That's going to be a great fight. You know, you got Shakur going up in weight, but at the same time, he's a master at his craft. He knows his range real well. Every time I've gotten in the ring with him, you know, he's lights out. Like, you know, at the end of the day, Teofimo, he's a great fighter as well. You know, depending on what version of him comes in the ring, you know, it's going to be a great fight. I believe Teofimo can present a lot of challenges for Shakur. But the same thing the other way around as well. I feel like, you know, Shakur can present a lot of challenges for Teofimo, you know, being a master at his range and, you know, being very accurate with his shots. So, you know, it's a toss-up fight for me. But, you know, I think I would have to lean towards Shakur.
Okay. And then I know we don't like looking past things, right? But kind of 2026, who do you want to see?
Anybody, man. You know, everyone's road, everyone's journey is different, and I know that, you know, if in a perfect world you could just pick and choose any fighter to, you know, come up on the way to becoming a world champion. So, but the world's not perfect. Boxing is definitely far from perfect. So at the end of the day, whoever I got to go through to get that world title is the task I'm willing to handle and conquer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.